Cheers.
Cheers. Here we are.
Here we go.
Here we are. It's Rapture Day.
Mm.
So if I don't get this episode posted in time, maybe nobody will ever hear it. Or no, some people won't hear it. I mean, I'm not going to be raptured, so I guess I'll still be here to produce the episode.
I think I would be raptured, babe.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, sorry.
It's fun. Yes, this is from a news story. According to worshipers on TikTok, people are convinced the end of days will take place between today, September 23rd, and tomorrow, September 24th. The dates are courtesy of a South African pastor who claimed in a YouTube video earlier this year that Jesus Christ told him that this is when the world is ending. While predictions of the world ending are anything but new, Christians on TikTok who've come across his sermon seem to wholeheartedly believe him.
I mean, who says they wholeheartedly believe him?
Well, I guess there's Christians making videos about like what they're going to miss about the earth and how telling other Christians, make sure you take your passcode off so other people can get access your phone and learn the true words of the Lord from their phone.
Uh-huh.
But also the rapture.
And did they like spend all their money, and did they like...
They got duped.
If, you know, I mean, if they're going to get raptured, well, you know, did they... like, what things did they do? If they really believed it, like, I bet some of those people who believe it have, like, you know, tickets for Italy in May.
Yeah. They're just like, if it doesn't work out, that vacation to Hawaii is still on the horizon.
Yeah.
But also, it says here about the world ending. The rapture and the end of days are not the same thing, though. I mean, first of all, as I was telling you earlier, the rapture is not even in the Bible. This is a thing that was conceived in the 1800s based on a single word in one of the books about like to seize away or something.
In one of the Bible books, like
Thessalonian.
Thessalonian.
But most Christian sects do not believe in the rapture. This is like hardcore American evangelicalism that goes for the rapture.
We Baptists do. We believe in the rapture.
Yeah. Anyway, so we might have less people to. But maybe a lot of other podcast hosts will get raptured, and then there'll be less.
Oh,
there'll be more. You know, hey people, you're looking for a new podcast.
We're a great podcast to listen to us.
Yeah.
But and also it would be our people, I guess, or it would just be you.
Maybe just me.
You're gonna have to find a new co-host.
Oh, you're going to go. Okay. You're going to ascend into heaven.
I'll ascend.
All right.
But you're Catholic. You would ascend. I mean,
I don't think
not
Catholics. I don't think Catholics.
Biblical, like
Baptists
Baptists
don't go for the rapture.
Yeah. Well, and Catholics, according to Baptists, Catholics aren't Christian.
Oh. Well,
that's what we thought.
Okay.
Because you don't accept the Lord Jesus Christ into your heart. Yeah. As your Lord and Savior.
Yeah. The meek shall inherit the earth.
That's
maybe
Jesus.
But maybe I mean the great irony would be if like the most vulnerable people in society were the ones that went. And all these like rich Bible thumpers were just here. They're like, wait, I didn't go. You know, like homeless people in like war-torn areas. They're just like, see ya.
Oh, it'd be nice if it was all the really good-hearted people that got raptured.
Yeah.
All the really people that were just had a really hard time. It's like the Monty Python. Oh, it's the meek. The meek inherit the earth. That's good because they have a hell of a time.
Exactly.
Anyway, do you want to say what you always say? Welcome to our podcast.
Well, yeah. Welcome to, but I won't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 19. We're closing in on the what's like if you're married, what's the 20th anniversary? You know, there's like a thing for each one. 20 is like the diamond. Oh, no, 50 is diamond. I think 20 is like gold or something.
Paper,
or whatever. I don't know what
you get a piece of paper.
Yeah, a piece of paper,
which could be a ticket.
Episode 19. We were talking recently about that 90s movie, Dangerous Minds.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
Yeah, with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about
The song.
this song,
Mm-hmm.
Gangsta's Paradise. Great song.
Coolio.
Coolio.
Yes. It's a Coolio song.
It's a very Coolio song. On that movie, Dangerous Minds. The show today's not nothing to do with Dangerous Minds or that song, but it just came up and it's gonna tie somehow. Yeah, Dangerous Minds, 1995.
Look at Michelle Pfeiffer in that picture.
Yeah, look at her
Like
jacket.
arms crossed on the movie poster with like all these kids standing behind her, her legs spread like,
Yeah.
a little past shoulder width apart, and just her hair's all mousy brown. She's not her usual sex.
Right.
And
Yeah, it's tough. It's based on the 1992 autobiography, My Posse Don't Do Homework, by a retired U.S. Marine who took up a teaching position outside of Oakland, California, where most of her students were African American and Latino. The film did gross a lot of money, but what would you guess the Rotten Tomatoes score is? I haven't seen this in forever. I'm guessing it's like just so tone deaf and awful, but
well, but if it's based on a true story, is it that bad? Or was it just poorly acted?
maybe poorly
Because
written.
poorly written. Because I mean, if somebody really dealt with that, it's just Michelle Pfeiffer in this role. She's so mousy and meek, speaking of meek, but not in a good way, meek.
But actually, the reviews I read of it said that she's like the only bright spot in this movie.
Really? So she got high praise.
She did. What's your guess for Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, I guess.
I mean, it grossed $180 million and spawned a short-lived television series.
Wow. Okay. So 58?
36.
No way. I was going to say 36.
Oh, you were.
I swear.
Should have.
I swear to God in the Rapture.
But this is funny here. It says on the Wikipedia page, it says that the producer revealed that Dangerous Minds faced significant challenges, beginning with a disastrous test screening. Quote, we did a preview and I'm telling you, maybe 10 people were left in the audience.
Oh, wow. People left.
So they took a year to redo it. But a major turning point was the inclusion of Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise, which not only anchored the film thematically, but also became a cultural phenomenon, helping drive the movie's eventual commercial success.
Insane that a song can hold that much sway.
Well, the producer emphasized the importance of the music in the filmmaking, comparing its role in Dangerous Minds to that of What a Feeling in Flashdance.
That kind of gave me chills. But I have to say, Flashdance was just a good movie. Flashdance was so good. It was everything about it was so new. We should do something about Flashdance.
Yeah, we do one of the songs.
We could do
So
feeling.
today on songs about maybe people trying to delve into the lives of the less fortunate.
Oh, I see your segue.
Yeah, well, we were talking about Dangerous Minds, but then it got me thinking about today's song.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, it came on. We were like, oh, we should maybe do this.
Well, because we were just thinking about when we were driving home from my mom's house, how, these songs, like we heard, was it this song we heard or?
I think it was the song.
It wasn't Bruce Hornsby, right?
Or maybe it was Bruce Hornsby.
Anyway.
But yeah, we were thinking about it. So yeah, on the show today, Another Day in Paradise by Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Phil Collins, that hit maker
He's
of the 1980s.
I actually love Phil Collins.
Look, I gotta read this. This is from the Rolling Stone Encyclopedia of Rock and Roll.
Okay.
Just to give us an idea of just what an absolute hot streak Phil Collins was on.
Okay.
By the time this song comes out. So this is in 1989.
Okay.
Although really end of 89, so it charts in 1990.
Okay.
But Phil Collins, right, so he's part of Genesis.
Yes.
I think we talked about them
But
before.
is this his solo?
Well, both. So the 80s, he's just
Everything.
on an absolute roll.
And he was a drummer who sang.
Drummer who sang.
Isn't that unusual?
Genesis began to score top 40 singles in the early 80s. Follow You, Follow Me, then Misunderstanding, huge album called Abacab. He goes solo, his 2 million selling solo debut.
Susu Studio?
Well, that comes later.
Oh, okay.
Then his second studio album also went huge. Then he sang with Philip Bailey on Easy Lover,
Oh my God, she's an
Against All
Oh
Odds.
my God,
Then his huge solo album in '85, No Jacket Required, hit #1 faster than Thriller. Included such hits as One More Night, Susudio, Don't Lose My Number, and Take Me Home.
Oh my God, all those songs are
For
good.
the 1985 Live Aid concert, Collins performed on his own in London that morning, then flew via Concorde to the Philadelphia show to perform there solo later that day, as well as play drums in the Led Zeppelin reunion with Robert Plant and Jimmy Page.
Oh my God, this guy.
And then also in '85, Mike Rutherford of Genesis went solo, had a great solo career with songs like All I Need Is a Miracle and The Living Years. Genesis came back with Invisible Touch, which had 5 huge hits, and then he comes back in 1989 with But Seriously, which featured this song. So he was just barnstorming
So
the
this
80s.
song is on that's okay. Yeah.
What's your favorite Phil Collins song? Or what comes to mind when you think of Phil Collins?
I don't know. Some of those earlier ones you were saying, now I can't. I mean, but I think it's like more than anything, like I love One More Night and stuff like that. There's this slow kind of pace that reminds me of water or something. It's just so soothing. It's like I know it's easy listening, kind of like it's dentist music, right? Like when you're at the dentist, that's always like something like that. But it's kind of for all that, it's kind of calming. So that's just my take on it. It's something that's kind of soothing, calming background, like.
It's not offensive.
Yes.
Yeah. Though people got offended by today's song that we're going to get into.
Oh, here's an offensive one.
This from a reviewer, though. So the 1980s ended the only way it could end, with Phil Collins softly murmuring about poverty, as if he couldn't drop a life-changing wad of bills into an unhoused person's hands on the merest whim. Phil Collins wasn't the biggest 80s star, though he was close, but he may have been the most 80s pop star. With his squat frame, Collins encapsulated so many of that decade's little oddities and contradictions. In Collins, we had a truly unlikely hitmaker, a prog rock drummer who came along at the exact right time and rode a particular musical zeitgeist farther than anyone could have imagined. Collins was a creature of the 80s in so many ways. In the decade where most of his generation reached middle age, Collins went solo with an album of sad and lonely divorced dad 808 hymns.
What does that mean, 808?
808 is a drum machine. So he loved that, like, he loved that snappy drum machine and all his like solo stuff. So yeah, this song actually is the last song that's #1 in 1989. And then as the calendar turned, it was the first song that's #1 in 1990. So it literally is like the #1 song that ushers in, the changing of the decade. I realize the decade actually starts in 91, but 80 to 90.
But also the thing about, I guess maybe they're alluding to this, the unlikely star is like his looks in the era of video and video stars, like video killed the radio star. Like we saw that first 12 minutes
of MTV. That was great.
And starts with video killed the radio star. So it's like, Genesis was huge on the radio. Like all of our kind of rock stations, they were rock before they were called classic rock. It was like actually KMET was a rock station. KLOS was a rock station. And so they would play Genesis all the time. And I mean, Phil Collins was known, but he wasn't the only one who sang in Genesis, right? He
was. Well, once Peter Gabriel left the band, he was the sole singer.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Yeah. Well, anyway,
but you do kind of think of like sort of like a sweaty Phil Collins in like a t-shirt and a sports coat. I kind of can conjure this image.
Well, he always he seems a little fuddy-duddy, like just not much style. I mean, maybe he has an incredible style. Like his daughter, Lily Collins, like I think of him as sort of a family man.
Mm-hmm. Who's Lily? Lily Collins.
Lily Collins, his daughter, she's in Emily in Paris.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I,
'Cause I don't.
I think his kids also are like, his son, I think, is a musician.
No, okay.
I mean, he's spawned,
Yeah.
like, but hardworking. Like, I think he has this, work ethic that's created. It's not like, I know they're nepo babies, but like the nepo baby term, I think it's so annoying because like Kaya Gerber is one of the hardest working models in the world. Like, to me, modeling is not easy, being a person who does styling. So it's a pain in the ass,
Yeah.
You're changing all the time. You're having to do these things that you don't know what the person wants, and they're, barking at you. And it's just,
Yeah. Yeah. It is possible to come from money and still be a hard worker.
yeah.
This is possible.
I think people just think, oh, nepo baby, they got it. I don't know if it, maybe it gives you a little leg up or a head start or something, but then,
Well, I would say that's definitely true.
okay,
Opens doors for you.
okay. Well,
But that doesn't mean you're not a hard worker.
also, that is fortunate. You're very lucky, but I mean, I think that it is what it is. I feel very fortunate, and I'm not, famous. I just feel lucky. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about our song.
Our song, Another Day in Paradise. So, But Seriously is the name of the album.
Mm-hmm.
And this one reviewer writes that from the title on down, this was Colin's attempt to remind the world he was capable of more than just goofball shit. And his decision to release Another Day in Paradise as the album's first single was part of that messaging. So this song is about
homelessness.
Yeah. It's third person, beginning with, she calls out to the man on the street, "Sir, can you help me? It's cold and I have nowhere to sleep. Is there somewhere you can tell me?" Painting a picture of someone on the street. It has a sort of this typical Collins, very like sort of beautiful melody,
Haunting
synthesizer.
sound.
Yeah, a little haunting. It actually, the song, the very first like 20 seconds always reminds me of Where the Streets Have No Name by U2. It has this like
Yes.
slow, very, very slow fade in of some kind of synth. Like someone's holding down
A key,
key.
and it's reverberating or something.
Now
an echo.
Now the poor person in the song is ignored because he walks on, doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her, starts to whistle as he crosses the street, seems embarrassed to be there.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Well, so this song, so knowing that we're doing this, I just started thinking about homelessness in general. And when I was a kid, like, there wasn't this term homelessness. When I was a kid, I remember thinking of homeless, like, I grew up in Mission Viejo, and there were train tracks, and there were people who kind of hung out under the freeway on the railroad tracks. So we were kind of like, and I would ride my bike to work all the time, and I would see the people on the tracks. And so it was kind of like, I thought of them as like the hobos on the track. Hobo, like,
Sure.
Which is a cartoon kind of term or something. So I was just wondering, when did homelessness come into the consciousness? And it's like, when was it like a media consciousness term? Like, was it in at this time?
Yeah. So it was
earlier than here, or like.
Yeah, but this is pretty contemporary to the rise of, hello, Daisy. What is on her chin? Gross.
Sick. What is
It's
that?
part of that bone.
Gross. Here. She doesn't even want it. Oh, you're gross.
You're gross, Daisy. So this question of homelessness, when is it a thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, I found this study by the National Institute of Health. Really interesting, actually. It said that essentially by the mid 1800s, you start to have in America the first real like homeless issue, because
in the 1800s,
mid 1800s, because now there's urbanization. Before, there were no cities, so you're not really dealing with people that can't find housing. After the Civil War, homelessness first became a national issue in the 1870s. facilitated by the construction of the national railroad system, urbanization, industrialization, and mobility,
Oh,
led to the emergence of tramps riding the rails in search of jobs.
how crazy.
So it's an old like phenomenon. The word hobo first appeared in the 1880s in Western America and softened the public's perception of tramps. So you have this in literature, you have this growth of this term. But what we're talking about here today is the early 1980s marked the emergence of what now may be considered the modern era of homelessness.
Okay.
Major forces that changed the complexion of homelessness in the modern era include gentrification of the inner city, deinstitutionalization of the mentally ill. So basically,
Yeah, Reagan.
Reagan. Yeah, this is Reagan. High unemployment, the emergence of HIV/AIDS, an inadequate supply of affordable housing options, and deep budget cuts at the Housing and Urban Development Department. So a lot of it is tied very closely to Reaganomics, and if you're in the UK, Thatcher, right? The cutting of the social safety net, the decay of cities, and that's when you have really this idea that homelessness is an issue.
Yeah.
To your point, and that it wasn't really, maybe it wasn't even a term people used.
Well,
in
because
the
I never
60s,
remember
70s.
my parents talking about it.
Yeah.
And I do think that people talk about it quite frequently,
Yeah.
So I feel like the fact that I never heard it growing up in my house, I was always kind of spying on my parents.
Yeah.
So, I never heard them talking about this.
Sure. Oh, think twice, because it's another day for you and me in paradise.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's such a sad thing, but like he's trying to make people think about this, right? And then people are like you care. But isn't it good if I don't know, does all kind of press to make us think about this stuff help, or do you just sort of think like, don't bother me with that?
Yeah, for some reason, well, not for some reason, for reasons we can talk about now, this song got a reaction out of people. Just quickly here to the Wikipedia page. This was not the first time that he had written about homelessness. Actually, he had a couple of Genesis songs.
Two?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. A Genesis song and a solo song about homelessness.
Oh, I remember that Man on the Corner.
Yeah, Man on the Corner from Abacab. From Wikipedia, Another Day in Paradise provoked controversy upon release and was widely criticized. Some critics found the wealthy Collins unqualified to sing about the poor, while others accused him of profiting from homelessness. What do you think about that? What do you make of this? Very rich, because Collins was extremely, I guess probably still is, extremely wealthy.
Sure. But so we think of it as like he knows that if he writes a song about homelessness, I mean the guy, if he wrote about a plant, he's gonna make if you're profiting off of plants, what he's just a hit maker. So it's it's not that he's necessarily, it just so happens that he makes money when he writes songs.
Yeah.
Is it a natural, like, that he knows that his song is going to be a hit if he writes about homelessness? Like, and then what about, are we going to...
But is he tapping into, people's sentiments? Is he exploiting our sentiments for the poor, super rich guy who's probably completely disconnected? I mean, his response was, when I drive down the street, I see the same things everyone else sees. It's a misconception that if you have a lot of money, you're somehow out of touch with reality.
I mean, I think that's a great point.
But if you have a lot of money, you're somehow out of touch with reality. I mean, that's a little glib, though. I think it's very safe to say that if you are wealthy, you can be very out of touch with reality.
Like, he probably doesn't know the cost of milk.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I think that's he's playing a little loose there with like.
Well, he sees out his limo window.
Yeah, well, that's it.
I mean, it's not to say that he can't also like be affected by the homelessness that he sees. Just because he's rich, you can't also feel like, God, I mean, I don't know. Like, if he's also had a organization that was, then
No, to be fair, he gave a lot of money to charity.
oh,
He gave a ton of money. He did. My understanding of him is he's pretty generous with philanthropy.
but altruistic, particularly towards the homeless, or we don't know. Because I mean, to me, it seems like if you have this song, you should have like this huge, housing for the poor or some kind of like service oriented.
In a 2016 article for The Guardian, very left-wing UK paper, Michael Hahn wrote, Collins has been unfairly criticized for many things, but Another Day in Paradise is not one of them. Criticism of that is manifestly fair. Hahn argued that the song patronizes the general public, who, quote, almost certainly encounter poverty much more often than Collins, and he chided Collins for, quote, equating his material wealth with his listeners by pointing out that both you and me are in paradise.
Oh, well, that's a good point.
Hmm.
I would say, having just been in London, there is way less homelessness there. Like, especially in comparison to Santa Monica.
Well, I think too, yeah. And I think a lot of it is where you are,
Yeah.
right? I mean, certainly like this
It's
happens
so
a lot.
cold there, right? And London is such a big.
Well, it's a big city though.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a better I would guess they probably have a better social safety net.
Yeah.
But it's very common for people. I was even just reading some like reader comments on the LA Times from people who have visited LA
Yeah.
and been like just shocked.
Yeah.
Right. Just really, really shocked. They're coming
Yeah.
from a Midwest town or a Southeastern city and, they've seen homelessness, but they come to LA and they're just like, holy shit.
Well, if you go downtown,
I have never seen.
oh my God.
Yeah, downtown.
They're just living on the streets. It's
like Escape from New York.
yeah, it's like tent. It's like tent city.
Yeah, it is. It is. And if you haven't, it's like if you're going down like the 710 towards Long Beach, right along that strip, like just.
But also, all the people in tents when we go on our bike ride, we see tents on the beach. There's also just bundles of people.
I think that
it's a problem.
LA County does a count each year, an estimation of how many people are on the streets, and I think in the county, can't remember, the number was like 40,000 or something last year. I mean, if ever there was a place for this song, it is LA County. The difference between the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
So I think
very stark. Why are you so mad? It's almost for dinner time.
Yeah.
It's like the worst. She's so, look at her.
Yeah, she's just
so angry.
She just wants to EAT. Don't you?
She looks mad. But what about, are we going to talk about the fact that there was that Bruce Hornsby song that came out at the same time? And then that Everclear song?
Yeah, there are other.
It's like the same kind.
There are other songs. Yeah, I don't know. I think so Everclear, What It's Like.
Yeah.
Right. About people down on their luck.
Yeah.
There's the Man on the Street. There's the Girl Who's Pregnant.
Yeah.
And there's, I don't know, somebody caught up in violence. But I think regardless, I don't know how much money Everlast has. It's really not Phil Collins level.
Yeah.
I think because his persona was sort of wrapped up in that. And a lot of his music was about people living on the edge. So it sort of fits a general pattern that I think there probably was some authenticity that people could get behind.
Okay. And then Bruce Hornsby? I mean, is it just that Phil Collins was so wealthy? That's why?
But there's just something a little like
out of touch,
pretentious too. I mean, just something, I don't know, condescending. You're out of touch.
Who sings that? Is that Phil Collins? No.
Who was that?
Oh, is that?
That was Hall & Oates.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's Hall & Oates.
The bridge, oh Lord, is there nothing more anybody can do? Oh Lord, there must be something you can say.
The fact that this even became a hit is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
How did it become a hit if people hated it so much?
Well, I think it's just a great tune. It has a very catchy tune that a lot of people are just like, I don't care. This is 89. I mean, we didn't even have like cancel culture. The cultural warriors weren't out there quite yet.
We're wearing neon colors with black. Gross. What a combo. I'm not saying that you need to wear a neon with neon, but
I mean, liberals weren't quite ready to like storm the gates over this one.
yeah, there wasn't the social justice warrior canon.
You can tell from the lines on her face. You can see that she's been there. Probably been moved on from every place because she didn't fit in there.
Yeah.
A little vague, but if you'd kind of overlay that on the way that the city here moves the encampments around, right?
Yeah.
You clear an encampment and just appear somewhere else. It's
not within
like doing anything. So it's maybe it's just that of all the potentially social justice minded songs by white men from this era ish, this one just doesn't.
It just rubs
the wrong way. Let's take a break to get some champagne. We'll take a quick peek at the video, and then
should we just feed her
the music charts? Yeah, look at her. Can you see her people on YouTube?
She's like such a little hawk.
All right, so we'll take a break. We'll take a break to feed the pug.
The pug.
Get some champagne.
Pig, we call her.
And then the video and the charts.
The charts, my favorite part.
The video's rolling, black and white, or something. Not even black and white. It's like that. Sepia. He's playing the piano. He's extreme close up, and then there's.
This is the close up.
Yeah, his eye.
It's not even him. Yeah. It's his eye.
And there's shots of there's street scenes of people living on the street, as he's sort of very earnestly peering at the camera and singing the lyrics, and he's got the images that kind of what you might see around here, frankly.
Yeah. Photography of homeless.
But a song like this, you could look at it and say, what bothers me is that he's super wealthy, and I don't actually think he knows shit about this. He's just that he's using it as a prop for his music. That someone could argue that's why they're offended by this.
I hear that argument, but on the other hand, he's saying, like, think about it. Maybe this song made somebody really think about it and start a charity for homeless.
Yeah.
Like, there's another side to every coin. Like it could be that somebody did think about it because of this song. Like, maybe it doesn't seem likely, but I do think that people are affected by things. And if this song, people really love this song.
Sure.
And also this video, look, and I bet you because, he donated something for this because it just had something on there. But
sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I think, it's comedy maybe is different in some ways. But
you mean as far as Jimmy Kimmel?
Kimmel. But but that cuts both ways, right? There are comedians that the left has been trying to cancel.
And everyone stop canceling. It's so dumb. Like freedom of speech, freedom of religion. Let people do their thing. God, who cares? Just you do you. I'll do me. Like, be kind. Be generous. If you get raptured, then there will be no judgment for a while.
Yeah. I don't know. I think let me go back to this review here a little bit more about this song. Collins himself said of the song and this exchange with the homeless person in the first verse, said the exchange mostly just made him uncomfortable, the woman on the street. I felt awkward. I didn't ignore her, but at the same time I didn't stop and give her some money. In the song, Collins basically tells the story of that encounter. He probably goes a bit overboard in describing the woman as poor and an unfortunate wretch. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet. She can't walk, but she's trying. But the woman is clearly the protagonist of the song, and Collins himself is the problem. It's third person, though. I think that's part of it.
So he's saying it was him, but he's singing it like it's another man.
He walks on, doesn't look back. And I do wonder if this song's first person, does it change at all? I walk on, I don't look back. I'm embarrassed to be there.
Yeah.
If he owns that a little bit more.
I'm embarrassed to be there. Does it sound as good?
I don't know.
If it
seems embarrassed to be there. I don't know. That's what it was.
Well, okay. I don't know.
Anyway, this song continues. his absolute hot streak of success. But as you say, like, this song, it doesn't really jump out as like a huge hit, but it does have, I guess it does have a sort of that catchy, that doon, 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 doon. I mean, it's people.
What are your feelings on it? You haven't really, you're very like the man, like just in general, what do you think? You're like an MC. You're not.
I'm hosting.
Yeah.
and not giving
You're
my
hosting
opinion.
this podcast, but what does Dan Carney think? Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Flashback.
Bat Boy was World Weekly News. Ever World Weekly News, the black and white tabloid.
That was
the best one.
That was like did you see So I Married an Axe?
Yeah.
Remember when he's saying like, it scares me that you think like World Weekly News is the news because the mother says, I saw in the news something.
Yeah. Well, that's where we are now, though. That's where we are. That's pretty prescient that they would say that about World Weekly News. I've heard those would crack me up in the grocery store line, because the other tabloids all seemed so reasonable.
I know, to say so and so was sleeping with so and so, or
but even one would be like, Burt Reynolds dead? ? And then but then World Weekly News is like,
aliens landed on
the Rapture has started.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, right? And it was like so funny.
Call back, babe.
So funny.
Good call.
I mean, my thought. Okay, so I think the song sound is just pure like Phil Collins cheese. You know, it's just like, that's what he did. And some of the songs really hit for me. I really like a lot of his songs, and some of them it's like, okay, I don't know. I mean, I've always thought the song is just kind of dumb, sappy,
cringe,
a little cringy. I mean, not. I've never been offended by it, but I've never felt like, God, what a great call to arms to end a crisis. I mean, there's some amazing.
What is a song?
Socially conscious songs.
What song makes you that is a call to arms? Like what's that? Do they know it's Christmas?
No, that one's coming later. That one is
That's our holiday episode.
Terrible. I can't wait to do that song.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of songs. There are a lot of songs from the 60s because that was the era.
Yeah, like
I mean, like,
something's happening here.
Yeah, sure, Bob Dylan.
What it is,
right?
But like that you feel sparked something and actually made people like change their behavior. Is there a song like that? You're saying there's some incredible song.
Well, I think, okay, so you talked about the Buffalo Springfield song. I mean, I think songs like that genuinely, maybe not changed people's minds, but they were part of the momentum
to make people think.
To make people think specifically about the war, of the Vietnam War, about getting people off the couch to protest the war. Right. So maybe the song itself didn't, but it was part of that momentum.
But I think
part of that.
Arguably, this song is not in such a up in arms moment.
Yeah.
But it is, because there was the whole Nixon thing. There's like so many things, that Vietnam War. That's when people started to mistrust the government. And
right.
But okay, so now we're in the 80s where, you know, everyone's all happy go lucky.
Well, sure.
And he writes this song that's like, hey, what about these people? It's like in the same way, maybe Buffalo Springfield was a little more on this street corner.
Well, that's it. Because you remember Phil Collins is like a punchline in American Psycho. Right? Do you remember this? Like, Patrick Bateman?
Yeah.
Right? He is all about like how bad Phil Collins is, because to him Phil Collins is like this avatar of like 80s excess and like bad music. But you know, this finally, I mean, just one more quote here from this review. This person writes, "It's a pop stardom catch-22. When you write songs about things like this, people expect you to actually do something about it.
Right.
But not so much that you come off overbearing and sanctimonious. There's probably some net social good in reminding anyone listening to the radio that a lot of other people have gotten shitty deals in life. It's probably better than nothing."
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That person encapsulated what I feel about the song. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to rip on him for bringing attention to this because maybe one person in a million does something about it. So it's better than
Yeah.
nothing.
It is like this song is like ultimate dentist office though. Because some of his other songs are a little excitable.
Like Su.
Studio.
Su. And also, what a dumb song.
Susudio is such an amazing 80s song though. If you go
You mean it's the music,
yes,
not the lyrics?
No, but even the lyrics, like it all pulls it all together. Nonsensical lyrics, like hyper, every possible 80s sound. You gotta listen to this song. It's
I can't wait.
You listen with headphones in, and you're just hearing all the 80s just happening in your ear.
Neon going
Yeah,
on.
it's
like
really
creating a neon panoply in your brain.
For sure.
Okay, I love it.
All right, so this song came out in late 89. It charts in 1990. Another Day in Paradise. Where do we think it lands for Billboard's top 100 for 1990? 6. We've been on this chart before because this was when Paula Abdul charted for Opposites Attract.
Well, then I don't.
No, I'm just
all.
Yeah, no, I know you know, but
if I were Jason Bourne, I would fucking have that list in my brain.
Yeah, you would.
Oh God, I wish I was Jason Bourne.
No.
There's so many things I would do different as Jason.
But Jason Bourne,
I wouldn't have.
He's got those headaches and he doesn't remember his life. And I don't.
That waterboarding.
No.
All the torture I had to have endured.
Like,
but let's say I was Jason Bourne after the torture, and I could just do all his feats.
So you could have all the good of Jason Bourne without having to go through.
Yeah, and I never had. You never have marks on your face. Brutal.
Right.
Fight.
We watched the Bourne trilogy, and it is a recurring theme. He'll be in the most gnarly fights, car crashes, wrecks, and his face never has a mark.
So cute.
They were just like
Matt Damon.
They're just like, look. They're like, look,
no.
Dave, keep Matt's face clean.
No hats for him. No
disguises.
Let's not give him a red coat. Let's not give him anything that might make them able to find him.
Yeah.
That would deviate from they know what they're looking for when they want Jason.
Exactly.
They're gonna find him.
Billboard Top 100
Keep us
for 1990. Number 7. Good call, babe.
6, I said. Did you even guess?
6, 7. I'd already looked. No, because honestly, I looked because I was like, because it came out in 89 and 90, I was like, I wonder what happened chart-wise. I just want to kind of get the lay of the land. Number 7.
I guess I could look it all up and act. I could.
Right below Vision of Love by Mariah Carey, which I think was her first hit, and Hold On by In Vogue.
Oh, I loved that. Oh. Wait, Hold On was Wilson Phillips.
No, there's another Hold On by In Vogue, different Hold On.
How crazy that there's 2 Hold Ons. There's one.
So how about that? I wonder if that's happened. 2 songs with the same name
in the top
10 for a year. Hold On by Wilson Phillips, Hold On by In Vogue.
No, you never go.
Was that?
Is that song? No. Hold On is what? In Vogue.
I don't know. Has his feat ever been accomplished before or since?
No, there's no way.
Same name.
Of all people.
Chat will just lie.
Chat's
gonna go.
Such a liar.
Chat's gonna go. Well, actually, in 2013, Billy Joel had a song called "Blurred Lines," and it was the same year that Robin Thicke. Just gonna make it up.
Same song in the top.
All right, I'm going to go. I think we've done the bottom of 1990 before, so I'm just going to go to the middle of 1990. Let's see what else was.
That's weird.
Let's see what else was creeping around 1990. Yeah, really quickly, let's go to the middle of 1990. See what else was living on the charts between 40 and 60 that year. Let's see, anything stand out to you? Ice Ice Baby must have been on the way out or the way up?
I don't know.
Out. Blame It on the Rain by Milli Vanilli. Love that.
God. MC Hammer.
Here's Phil, and here's Phil again, and here's Phil again.
Remember?
Look, Phil comes in at 53. I wish it would rain.
But I don't know. What is Something Happened on the Way to Heaven? Wow,
something happened on the way to heaven. Yeah.
I have never heard that.
No, you definitely heard it. It's the one that goes, How many times can I say I'm sorry? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know that song. Okay. Sorry. You're right. You're right.
But you can't hide.
What is I wish it? Oh, rain, rain down on me. Okay.
So this is again, it's from that same album, right? He's trying to show he's a serious songwriter, right? He got some serious. You know, I never meant to hurt you again.
He's profiting on love, babe. He's profiting on all his breakups.
He's profiting.
What do they say that about Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift,
the richest person in the world.
That's
you
true.
know, that girl is profiting on all her ex-boyfriends.
That's right.
People probably do say that.
Oh.
I bet there's that Reddit thread for sure.
God, there probably is. Except that everyone in the world has that, as opposed to like Phil Collins. Like everyone in the world has, you know, $900 million to their name or whatever the hell he's worth.
What do you mean? She has that much money.
Yeah, but she's not singing about
homeless
people.
Everyone's experienced love. Is that what you're saying? Not
everyone's experienced love and breakup, but not everyone's like.
So she's singing about something we can relate to. Yeah,
I'm just looking up. But, well, no, okay, but this is a good point, because if you didn't know Phil Collins was rich, the lyrics are maybe trite. They're maybe like ham-fisted or something, or just like whatever.
Hey,
but if
look over there.
But if you don't know that the singer is fabulously wealthy, if somebody came along and wrote the same song and released it, and it was like the same sort of wow.
John Smith. I love John Smith. Good job. Let's pull somebody off this list. Here we go. Let's go with there's Tyler Collins, who sang "Girls Night Out." If Tyler Collins released this song, well, because we might
go.
Tyler Collins had been homeless.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like you don't know,
right?
You know what somebody has experienced in their life. So if somebody is moved to write something like this, you can say like, but the third person thing comes into play, because don't you always think when somebody, well, in a way, it's voice of God.
Yeah.
So you think, oh, that's really you.
Omniscient narrator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also, sometimes there's like, is that you? You know?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, right, because it allows you to put yourself in that perspective.
Yeah, you could just say, oh, you know, in artist terms, sort of.
Sure.
Thank you, babe, for always like going with my trains of thought.
That's what we're here for.
I know.
That's why.
You do it in real life too all the time, which is so nice.
Okay.
He keeps me on track in real life too.
All right. Well, so yeah, let us know. Let us know in the YouTube comments.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Like, is he profiting off the homeless, or is he like bringing attention and something is better than nothing at all?
For people unfair to attack him.
I mean, you can still attack him. It's freedom of speech, right?
Like, I feel like today, let's just transfer this to today. If Taylor Swift, good comp, right? Huge star, hugely rich, right? String of hits, not some like, you know, she's not new to the scene.
But she would never do it unless she also had this huge foundation for the homeless.
Okay, but let's just set aside that just for a second.
Okay.
Like because no, I do think though that Collins, I mean, he participated in Live Aid. Like I do think that he was philanthropic. But let's just say she releases an album that's like the serious side of Taylor Swift, right? Which still sounds like her. So it's still the catchy tunes, right? But on there's some more like social issue songs, and one of them is about, you know, she's been in LA a bunch and she can't believe what she's seen and it really bothers her. And she releases a song that's a huge hit, not some like track 12 that people forget about. It's like the first single, huge hit, and it's about how she's bothered by, and it's a commentary on homelessness. But people, she would be fucking roasted.
By
you're saying, a lot of people in this country.
But you're also saying if she's saying that she's bothered by homelessness.
No, yeah. upset by it. Like, it bothers her that this happens in America. Like, what if she's a song that's like,
But that makes
we're
it
the
seem like-
richest country and we have all these homeless people.
Yeah.
She would be lambasted by,
Good word, babe.
thank you, by a lot of people in this country. Now I know the political culture is different now than it was in '89, but she would, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, that the awareness of social media and all of these other things make it so that just knowing about the social justice warriors, they're just like a coalition that you kind of have to think about. If you're Taylor Swift becomes almost like a political person, like, because she has to consider everything she does. And I know she makes choices, like, okay, her documentary where she chose to like speak out against certain things, and it's like that choice, she went against her father, who was so vocal. And like, I mean, I think that you just have to be so aware. Yeah, you're right. She would never release that now because she would just know.
She'd get crushed by the right and the left.
No, I agree with you, but my point is, I'm saying, like, there wasn't the social media mechanism. There wasn't like, they were just not this like sophisticated PR, like, also corporate run system. Like, working for a corporation, you have to think about every little thing now, and the social media and the online presence.
It's all calculated.
So that's the thing. The calculation factor is there. There's she probably has 40 people who would weigh in on every little thing she does, where Phil Collins probably had 3.
Right. She's a brand.
He was a brand, but they didn't call it that.
It's his brand. It's not even, you can't even compare it to what someone like.
But he is, so you said good comp, babe. Like, he is equally, like, in those terms, like where he's famous and everything like that. But there just wasn't the sophistication of media.
Yeah. But that's, which is why it actually surprises me when I read that there was an uproar of some sort. I mean, it still was a huge hit, but the fact that it's actually even found in the reviews and Wikipedia page, it's not just like a blip. It's like a lot of people were like, critics were like, this is ridiculous that he's singing about this in '89. Like, wow. I mean, today I would get it, but then that surprised me.
I feel like
feels a little unfair.
What does?
That he was criticized for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say, I feel like, though, this is, from the media savvy side of things, kind of a beginning turning point of like understanding that you could sort of bring stuff like this up and make people think about things in that way. Like, when did we first start hearing about emails?
Emails like mid to late 90s.
Okay, so that's not even a thing.
No, this is like really
are we faxing here?
Faxes, yeah.
Faxes.
Yeah.
Okay. God.
But yeah, I mean, the conversation is happening more either at the extremely local level, conversations.
It's still newspapers.
Or in newspapers.
A magazine, huge magazine culture, which I miss.
That's what it is, the magazine culture. Because there's not even cable news, really. There's CNN only.
You're right.
There's not even the massive, Fox News is still years away. So the idea that even it's going to be discussed.
Yeah, it's very kind of pure media.
Yeah.
In a way.
The old guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
we go.
Interesting. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah. We'll leave you with that.
I took over from the host. I can do that. I'm a host.
That was good. That was good. This was a great.
I'm a host.
This is such interesting. This is so interesting. You are. We're the co-hosts.
Oh, okay. I feel like you're the host. What am I'm a sidekick.
What are we? What is it? Sorry.
Am I your Andy?
We are. Like, the thing is, we are. Yeah, no, we're co-hosts.
What's his name? Andy Richter.
Andy Richter. To
Yeah.
Conan.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a compliment to
To
us.
me?
To us both.
Oh.
We could be Conan and Andy, but But you know,
love
we're just
them
a
both.
two-person show here, you know?
Yeah.
We're not.
Do you compare us to like Shrek and Donkey? Like, who are we?
I don't know. Let's see. We're Hall & Oates. No, we're...
No, those guys. No.
Why? What's wrong with that?
They're more equal. Singer, guitarist.
Oh, you're like...
I'm
You feeling side? You feeling
you're
sidekick?
the host.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm Robin.
Robin, okay. Okay, as long as we both get to wear tights. All right.
Men in tights.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Love you.
Love you.